Hello guys, it's your boy Shocker here, the 96 Hedgehog, and excuse me there. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. I did not think I would be recording this team builder because yeah, hold on, I'm just gonna respond to this. Sorry, I had a message back an opponent real quick, but it's actually the opponent we're facing this week. We are here for G8DL 5 GLDL Week 5. There's no way we make playoffs, guys. We've lost 4 games straight in a row. One game we could have won, but of course got burned. Uh, one game we got a bit of hacked out. One game we just had no chance of winning. In one game we just really got unlucky with some rolls or just how things turned out. So it's unfortunate, and we have to face two weather teams in these last 2 weeks, and there's just no way I can win. So I'm just gonna try to have some fun with this season. I was thinking of doing transactions from a month, but then I remember we had a 1 point category, and three of the mons I have are 1 pointers. So yeah, even like I have 2 points. Excuse me, left for my transactions, and that right there is four. And if I drop at least 110 that's four. That's only 14. That's like I would have dropped all my 3 point mons, which would drop me down to 9, and then I have to get rid of. So I basically have 9 mons instead of 10. So I'm just gonna rock out with the ones we have this season. So that is what it is. But I'm definitely gonna talk to Umbreon and say we go back to tiers next season because I just feel like points is just not as fun. Unless points are done right. The points we just did, I don't think were right. So enough of that banter, enough of that talking. Let's get into some of the fun we got for you guys here. But let's go ahead and face off. Like I said, we're going against Lady. If you guys are excited, leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. Join the Shocker crew today because you feel the king of the crew. So let's go ahead and break down her team. She's got G-Max Toxtricity, Venusaur, Celesteela, Volcanion, Torkoal, Clefable, Mew, Dragapult, Crocodile, Beware, and Tangrowth. So she's got a very nasty Sun team on her team here. She also has some very big, massive threats like Mew and Dragapult. She has some weird synergy. She drives two poison types. I'm actually really surprised she didn't want to go with G. I guess it makes sense to not go with G Max Venusaur. You know, I did that last season. It was still a good success. Excuse me, but it was still a really good Pokemon to grab nonetheless. But her team's pretty powerful. But actually, as I looked more into the matchup, there were some things on my team that just absolutely mollywop her team, which I was actually very surprised by because I actually did not think I did that much damage, if not that much offense against her team, which was very unique to me, which was interesting. But yeah, so looking at this matchup here, it's very interesting. I don't think she's gonna bring the Tangrowth. Tangrowth doesn't really do anything against my team, really. I don't really think Beware has a really strong matchup. There's a decent chance she could bring Crook if she is worried about Latios, but I think with having a Fable, as you can see, I think it's more of an easier line. But who knows? She could still want to bring that for speed control. And to help neutralize something like my Cinderace with Intimidate and everything like that. Dragapult is definitely something I could see her bring. It's still a very, very scary monster versus my team, and I don't really have the best ways to handle it, unless Trick comes out up and stuff like that. I think Mew can also really come to this matchup as well. Mew has a bit of a rough matchup versus me, but I think Mew could still have a lot of good chances to support. She's actually shown out that she can run stuff outside the sun. She ran an Assault, I believe, an Assault Vest Venusaur with a Tailwind Mew support. So definitely a really good team competency right there. So, but for the team I expect, right, I definitely expect her to bring dual poison for this matchup. Just because I do feel like the fact that she doesn't necessarily have to G Max her Mon, but she does need to remember that if she's gonna G Max it, she has to have it like that. She can easily bring like a mix set, which can be really annoying. But you really think about my team, here's the thing about bringing Mudsdale to this game. as you can see, I'm not bringing Mudzilla to this game. Why am I not bringing Mudzilla to this game? You might ask yourself. Yes, I do know that if I'm Assault Vest, I could potentially probably live a hit from something like Volcanion, but that's only one hit. That's it. I don't really handle the Venusaur. I can't beat Celesteela 1v1. I can't be able to do much against a Tangrowth. I can't be able to do anything in case that Dragapult burns me and it has Hex. Like, there's just so many things on my team that I just can't do well against. And plus, the Clefable is there. Clefable can just also be just annoying and toxic me, protect, and everything like that. It's just overall an annoying team for a ground type to come and just confidently be able to click buttons against. So that's another reason why I did. I think she's gonna fully expect me to bring it. Excuse me. But still something to kind of keep in the mindset right there. But I do expect her to bring her dual poisons though, because Toxtricity actually can be a mixed offensive set and can actually provide a lot of damage to my team. Venusaur is a monster as always it will be. Celesteela I do think comes, even though yes it's on a Sun team. I still think it actually really comes because it could be quite annoying versus our team. Volcanion is just a monster versus us. Choice Specs is 100% coming versus us, so we gotta be careful there. I definitely think Torkoal's gonna bring the Sun. I don't know if she's gonna bring Heat Rock though. That's the one thing I'm a little concerned about in this matchup if she's going to run Heat Rock or is she going to go Heavy Duty Boots, expecting me to bring rocks this matchup. And I knew she's going to, I know for a fact she's going to have Rapid Spin on that set. I do expect potentially Solar Beam, definitely expect Lava Plume, and then maybe something like Toxic or Earth Power in case she wants to be able to try to 1v1 my Cinderace with it. They could just be a Shell Smash, potential Drought, offensive Torkoal instead of anything else too. So there was runs behind that, and I do think Clefable comes. She needs to bring something to at least potentially stop a thing or two on my team, because if she doesn't, pretty much my team can just win. So it's definitely something to kind of keep in mind with that being the mindset there. But yeah, so let's go ahead and break down the team. We're bringing some pretty cool stuff this week. We're bringing a little uniqueness, not much of a uniqueness, but I think it's pretty good. We're our first thing. Stop this with my Cinderace. My Cinderace actually, as I look for her team, this thing's gonna mollywop so much of her team. It's not even funny. And what's very interesting about this is you can see that we're running Scorching Sands. Now, I'm going to think about this, and I'm going to look how much Scorching Sands does to a Volcanion that's choice specs. Because those, I believe, have HP invested. Excuse me, or some HP invested. She could be speed invested for sure this game, so that's something to note right there. But Scorching Sands is really interesting because even Gmax with a jolly nature, I still 2-hit KO Gmax Toxtricity, and I live anyone hit from Toxtricity. That's what's really good. And if Gmax Toxtricity is not Gmaxed up, I believe I knock it straight out with this. So the goal is to either make her burn her Gmax turns right at the gate, which would be really, really good for us, or for her to just think, okay, I can shift gear on this Pokemon right in front of me, but if it's something like a 1v1, she might be tempted to have to be forced to Gmax in front of me instead of Gmaxing, not Gmaxing. So that's definitely something that I'm going to have to keep in mind there. And also, even if she does bring in the Volcanion on that, it's still doing roughly close to 50%. And then I can go for the Dark move or potentially the Scorching Sands again to try to go for the knockout right there. I do risk the fact that I could basically only have Spadef boost, but that honestly could help us because that can give us a lot of. And that's another reason I also went with the Scorching Sands tech, is so we can be able to get Spadev boost and get some more bang for our buck, I guess you could say on that matter. But we're running Powerwall, Scorching Sands, Iron Sucker Punch, and Iron Head. Sucker Punch is mostly there just for the Dragapult, since I know it can't Will-O-Wisp me, so that's another reason I have that there. Max attack, 76 in HP, 16 Spadef, 164 speed. I am faster than Crocodile, which is no, I'm faster than the Mew. No, oh yeah, I'm just generally faster than you. Um, why did I run this investment? I don't remember. Oh, I remember what I did that for. I ran this investment in case I was gonna be faster than the Gmax Venusaur. So actually, I need to fix this spread. I'll do that off screen. But basically, I'm gonna be faster than most likely the Mew, or if I do decide to go with something like Agility or Acrobatics, which wouldn't be terrible, but still would not really do much to me. So definitely going to fix that up because I forgot this was to speed creep and outspeed Venusaur and Sun. So gonna fix that. But we're running Jet. We only brought Jet, I think, like one other time this season. We haven't really been using our Latios at all, which is a little upsetting to me because I really love Latios. And I really want Latios to win. So I looked at Latios' matchup. Latios' matchup is not terrible in this game at all. It's really, really kind of good, actually, in this matchup. There is a few things that we have to get behind. That is Crocodile, which is very annoying for our team, and it's definitely going to be that Clefable. Clefable, I think, is the main way we don't win this matchup with Latios. We are running a Life Orb variant with 3 attacks with 32 in HP, so I guess that odd number of HP. Max special attack modest in 22, 24 in speed. I'm faster than Crocodile, so if Crocodile even doesn't come, we're still going to be able to pack hard. Hit her 2 main switches, and if Crook's not there to come in on this thing, is more times than not going to be Clefable, or is going to be Celesteela. Because Celesteela resists both my stab. She might not know I not carry the Mystical Fire. So what I'm always going to do is, if I don't see any potential, like, even if I see Mew, I'll still click Psychic regardless. Because she knows she can't, unless Mew doesn't have any coverage against it, it doesn't beat me 1v1. So what I'm going to do is I'll always click Psychic, and if Celesteela comes on me, I click Mystical Fire, knock that thing out. If the Clefable comes on me, Clefable, if it's physically defensive Clefable, or mixed defensive, it roughly will get 2 KO'd. And if it's unaware Clefable, then that's actually what's really, really good about this, because then I can kind of know. If it's Magic Guard Clefable, I will... Like, if I don't see any leftovers, I can automatically assume 2 things. Either 1, it's potentially Rocky Helmet, or 2, it's a Life Orb variation, which means that'll tell me immediately that it's Magic Guard, which can be really, really good as well. Because Magic Guard is better than Unaware, because she could potentially bring Unaware versus me, which wouldn't be a terrible thing. But overall, I think I want her to. If she does bring Unaware, then she actually will waste her Clefable, and Clefable could be actually targeted by Stealth Rocks if I have brought, so it's very important to know there. But I think Jack can put in a lot of work, and I think can win. If we don't see Dragapult, we honestly could probably just win with this thing, which could be really, really good for us. Up next, we're in Pepe Le Pew, and we're bringing some tech this week, guys. We are bringing Power Herb Dig. That's right. I actually saw Crimson Seed that use this with my boy Jolteon that sadly didn't exactly kill a Togedemaru, but it pretty much nearly killed the Togedemaru, and it was the tech, and I loved it. And I looked at the ground coverage we get. We only get Mud Slap and Dig. And Mud Slap, for more reasons than not, is a banned move in my opinion because of the fact it checks accuracy. And like they say, accuracy boosted moves or lowering moves are banned in general, so that would count as a DQ in my opinion of my Pokemon or just a DQ in general. So I looked at Dig and I was thinking to myself, you know what? This can pretty much kill Toxtricity straight up. Because she's more likely never going to G-Max in front. She's never going to just like think she can't set up. She doesn't think this thing gets ground coverage. I hit her with that Power Herb Dig. That is awesome. And what's really cool too is even if we lose Dig, lose our Power Herb, we could still use Dig in a way of an advantage. Because she would still have to use Dig, and if it brings in something like Celesteela, I can instantly know Celesteela is faster than me since I'm minus speed nature. And if I'm faster, that's a little bit of a bummer. But if it's not faster, guess what? Well, then again, if she does have Earthquake, that's a major buzzkill because that could kill me at almost guaranteed hit range right there. But nonetheless, I think Skuntank is going to be really cool. Skuntank, have noticed is really coming in a lot of the games. Pretty much, I think almost every single game, just because the poison dark typing is just super good. I definitely think I missed out on getting Drapion. I felt like if I had Drapion, we could have been in such a fantastic position with a lot of our Mons, and that's on me. I should have went with probably the better option, but I needed hazard removal. So that was a reason. But we're running Dig, Sludge Bomb, Night Slash, and Fire Blast. 212 HP, 16 in the defense, 148 special attack, 132 speed def with the sassy nature. Just so we can, because with the 0 invested, we kill non-G-Max Toxtricity straight up with a Dig unless she's got a lot of HP investment and defense investment. So definitely something to just kind of note right there. But overall, yeah, that's our Skunk Tank. Up next, we're bringing Ghost Freak. Also, guys, I do want to apologize if this Teambuilder ended up being extremely long. I just felt like I wanted to have that little talk with you guys beforehand about how I was feeling about G8DL. And kind of go into a little bit of fun stuff we got going on here. But we're bringing Ghost Freak this week with the max HP, 148 attack, 32 defense, and 76 speed def with the Adamant nature. Trick Room offensive. She really struggles against Trick Room. And with Trick Room, Earthquake, Poltergeist, Fire Punch, this is going to check about every single thing we need. Now, in Pokemon Insurgents, they have literally I believe it's the Trick Rock, where you get 8 turns of Trick Room. I want this in reality, because I really think Trick Room teams can get so much better. and I will admit, could become way more broken if that item existed. And I think the item should exist because I think it would be an amazing item. I literally do. I feel like I would run a good amount of Trick Room mods too. But nonetheless, with Trick Room, Earthquake, Poltergeist, and Fire Punches, like I said, can cover about every single thing on her team perfectly fine, perfectly well. The only thing we do not touch well is just Crocodile, honestly. And the Beware, but Beware kind of gets weakened by Fire Punch, and if she's going to be fluffy, which is going to double her defense, she has a weakness to Fire, which means that Fire, in a way, almost negates the fluffy ability, and will still do a good amount of damage to her. I almost wanted to bring Life Orb or Expert Belt, but I didn't feel like it was really. I felt like having Leftovers was kind of a safe, just to make this still a really offensive attacker, but with some bulk invested, which was very much important. Next, we're running hashtag Mama is best because your mama is your best friend. Well, we're running Assault Vest this week. We're running Specially Defensive. This is going to be really, really cool because I think this can really help us deal with the majority of our team as well. We're running Fire Punch, Earthquake, Body Slam, and Facade. 196 HP, 116 special, 116 attack, 68 defense, 128 speed def with the Careful Nature. This will make sure I'm taking hits for days. And the best part is here, I do have the risk of running double normal stab here. Now, there's two reasons why I have this. One, body press is really good for body press. Body slam has good chances for paralysis, which if I can cripple some of the speed on her team, that's very much important. And having facade is there in case she does have any ways to toxic me or try to burn me. I take advantage and use facade and pretty much can just knock out everything on her team. The only thing that really switches in on this Pokemon is going to be Celesteela. That is why we have Fire Punch on there, because Fire Punch basically is going to ignore it. And plus with having Scrappy, if Crocodile does come and has the Intimidate, Crocodile cannot do anything because Scrappy in this generation, and for generations further on, hopefully, we don't get affected by Intimidate. So that's really, really good. And I feel like Kangaskhan is just super, super good this game. And I'm really excited to try Kangaskhan here in this matchup. And that's another Whisper Typhoon here, which I know a lot of people are going to be a little worried about because, yes, there's Hurricane options, but Hurricane only has a 50% chance to land in the sun. But if you're like Zach and you have a Charizard, you'll land it in the sun regardless. However, I feel like this was a good opportunity to kind of use Torn good this matchup. We're running the Nasty Plot 3 attack set this time. We're running Heavy Duty Boots just in an option in case she does bring Stale Frox with that Torkoal, which would be something important to note right there. We're running max HP with 36 in defense, 76 speed def, 28 speed, 116 special attack, timid nature. With it, we're faster than Crocodile. Obviously, we put a lot of bulk, but pretty much went a lot of offensive with this mon. But we did do the little bit of mediocre speed investment just because of the fact that, again, having that speed, even, yes, it cripples our offensive prowess, it increases our defensive prowess, which is really, really important to note right there as well. But overall, I think Torn can do a lot of good work this game. We only really, in my opinion, need to get past Toxtricity. If we get past Toxtricity, we essentially could just straight up win this game with Torn, which would be really good. And if she doesn't bring Torn and doesn't bring Toxtricity, we essentially just win with this thing as well. And plus, if she doesn't have a shift gear boost and she goes offensive and she's weakened to the point, Dark Pulse or Heat Wave, or more importantly, Heat Wave and Sun will knock out that Toxtricity, which is very important. But yeah, that's going to be the team, guys. Again, I'm just going to not stress about these last 3 games I have. I'm just going to try to have fun. Maybe be a little creative with some memes and stuff like that. Who knows? But nonetheless, thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. Join the Fell Shocker crew today because you'll be filming the King of the Crew. But until next time, guys, I will see you guys later. Peace.